Hello everyone. So this is, as the title already informed you, a build of a Pokémon Center. I think I did the Unova rendition. Did you say Unova or Unova? I don't know. I kind of switch because I have always said it in my head to myself and never had to really say it aloud. Anyway, so yeah. This is meant to be what the Pokémon Center in Unova looks like. It doesn't really look like any Pokémon Center in particular, just a sort of generic one. But my first attempt was the most recent version of it from Alola. It's very round, fairly difficult in The Sims, because the corners are... Oh, sorry, I hit my book. Because the corners are corners, they're not round, there's no rounded walls, so it just looked a bit messy, I thought, so best leave that for now. But hey, we just got rounded roofs, so perhaps in the not terribly distant future, maybe we will get rounded walls. We can dream, right? So I did this one, which looks okay. I tried to keep it kind of to scale. Sorry, that looked terrible. That flickering. I do apologise. Next time I'll try not to speed it up so much and ruin it, but it's already pretty long, as you can see. Anyways, distracted. What were we saying? Oh god. I have actually forgotten. That's great. Good job. Nice. Wait, yeah. So next time I might actually build a version that kind of doesn't look as accurate on the outside as this one. It will still look really similar, but not as to scale, I suppose. And I saw a fan art recently when I was looking at tons of Pokemon centers deciding which one to build, and it wasn't fan art of a particular Pokemon center, just how it could look inside, and it just looked pretty dank. So I kind of want to... sorry, I say that ironically, but it's become part of my everyday speech, unfortunately, which is awesome. But yeah, so I would like to attempt that version, because it would work better as a vet build as well. This Pokemon Center is listed as a vet, but the examination room's pretty small. There's no surgery table, you know, all that fun stuff that actually makes it usable. So this is really just a visual kind of thing for looks, which I don't like doing because it feels a bit like a waste. So I might do the version that I saw in a fan art. That was a very long-winded, roundabout way of saying that and reaching that point, but yeah, that's what I have decided. Pokemon centers are not the most architecturally interesting buildings, but I don't think they're meant to be. I mean, in the first couple gens, they were just very square, just squares. So they went from grey to red, which was a pretty cool thing, and then they became rectangles, which was great. Always good to increase those dimensions. Anyway, so yeah, they became bigger. That's great. Awesome. And they've not changed much, except in Alola, where they are round, and I find it kind of strange. The weirdest change was the Pokemart fusing with the Pokemon Center. I guess, I mean, for a non-profit organisation, they do pretty well, and they apparently bought out the Pokemart in order to host it inside their buildings. You know, I mean, good strategy. I guess now they are no longer no-profit organisations. Who knows how that works? Does anyone even care? I doubt it. But yeah, that's totally unhelpful. So at the video in the start, you saw Serena from X and Y, even though I just said this is meant to be a Unova build, And it didn't even, the Pokemon weren't even really the ones she used, but you can, because I mean, in X and Y you can catch, with X and Y and Oris you can catch every Pokemon pretty much, I think. So, you know, she can have anything really, kind of, sort of, in a way. This was fun, putting up all these, god, what are they called again? Columns? I can't remember. That's nice. I nearly cut this because it's pretty dull to watch, but jump cuts look awful. I think I do them anyway in this video, that said, but I didn't do it here. But the reason this footage is a bit crap is because I set it up a lot in order to fit the decoration in it. I don't really know why. I think the interior is a bit awful, to be honest, but it works fine-ish. Like I said, it's not really for practicality, it's just to be a Pokemon thing. I'm probably gonna delete it from my world soon. This isn't advertising it very well, is it? Good marketing, yeah. I don't really get marketing. I wouldn't be any good at it. I recently had a job where I had to go around with a sales team. I wasn't in sales, but I had to go around with them sometimes at shows and stuff. And I guess I'd make a really awful salesperson, because I had to help. I didn't want to, or and by help I mean I was carrying 10 bags while someone else spoke, and occasionally picked up random glasses of champagne floating about. Someone offered one to me and I just kind of held out my bags like, oh, you know, I'd shake your hand if I could, but bags, you know. They didn't laugh. There you go. But yeah, so we had to go up to anyone who looked vaguely like a couple, or even just friends or siblings or whatever, and just say, hey, wanna win a honeymoon to this place or whatever. It was a competition. It was pretty awkward, because I know that in their situation I go, oh no, please don't approach me, please don't approach me. Okay, great, they're here, and I've made eye contact, and now it's unavoidable. Awesome, great. But yeah, so the lady I was with, she was trying to sell it and stuff. Oh, it's only £5 to enter this competition, you get a free goodie bag. It's not advertising it that lot. Like, £5 to enter for free, but you pay for the goodie bag, so not really for free. And a couple people were like, maybe, can we come find your stall later, maybe? And I was like, yeah, sure, we're downstairs, near the back, in the corner. And they laughed, and I thought I was kind of being funny. But then the lady with me, when those two left, the lady with me was like, you can't say that. I was like, what? She was like, no, you can't say that, that sounds bad. Don't say that to people, don't tell them we're in the back. So I just stopped talking, since that didn't go down that well. I think she drank 4 glasses of champagne while I was walking around with her. That was only about half an hour. And then my colleague went round with her and said she picked up another 2 glasses or something. I don't know. I don't know if it's in champagne, Prosecco or something. Don't actually know the difference. There might be is Prosecco champagne? I don't know. Anyway, but it was fine being there. I mean, it was really awkward, and someone asked to record all of us walking. So I just kind of kept my head bowed and didn't look up in hopes that my face wouldn't be caught on camera, and stayed behind everyone. So, you know, fingers crossed, didn't work. Do you ever think about that? Do you ever think about how many times you've been in the background of a tourist's photo or something? Or what you were doing? Like, what if you were, I don't know, like scratching your head or picking your nose or something, right? Because you're bound to be, right? In tons of photos, and people, you're that person in that person's photo that they look at and go, look at this person. What a... I'm not gonna swear, that's Tom's job and he's not here to swear right now, but you know where I was going with that. Yeah, I think about that a lot. It's a bit awkward. But if we go, oh my god, we're looking at more pillars again. You ever played Pillars? and that's a total tangent and not related to the kind of pillars we're talking about, but anyone ever played Pillars of Eternity? I've nearly finished it. Haven't played it in a couple months because I've actually been busy for once in my life, which is a strange feeling. But I am no longer very busy, so I'll probably get back on that now. That said, I did start playing Prey for some reason. Or Praying Play, as I keep accidentally saying, which is awesome. Oh, this roofing thing really annoys me. I hope that something will be done about this, where we can use fences and half walls indoors and delete the top half the top floor, not all of it, and not have roofs. Just be like, hey guys, I'm living inside now. This is what roofs do. I kept trying it, like maybe this time it'll just work for some reason. Nah, there was no way around that really. I do end up doing something to get around it, but I don't know how well it worked out. Not that keen on how it looked, but what can you do? The upstairs is where you have the link battle rooms and stuff, you know, link trade, link battle. When I was doing it, I kind of got caught in my nostalgia and was thinking of all the room that the upstairs from older gens where you actually had to connect by wire to do it, and I only ever had my cousin to do that with because none of my friends played Pokémon. That sounds strange, right? Yeah. But no, only my cousin and I that I knew of played it, so I could only battle him and trade with him. But luckily we always agreed to get the different versions of each gen, so it worked out. We also played the card game together, but we didn't do it properly. Like, for some reason we didn't know that we needed to use energies in order to use attacks. Like, it was so clear and obvious, and we were still just like, yeah, I'm going to summon this third stage evolution and use its strongest move, which requires 3 energies. Yep, that's fair, we can just do that right off the bat, so yeah, that happened. Can't remember whoever won the card game since we did them so wrongly, but I did always win the link battles, so, you know, if you're watching this, Phil, just a reminder that I won all of those. Yeah, but my cousin did have a far more extensive collection of Yu-Gi-Oh cards than I did. I had the Pokemon cards, he had the Yu-Gi-Oh cards, so we just kind of shared. Once at one of his Christmas fairs, under one lady's table, she was just selling like 3 boxes full of Pokemon cards, so we just stayed under there the entire time, just browsing through them and then begging our mums for way too many cards that they couldn't afford, but they did get us some, to be fair, which was really lovely. But yeah, so he shared his Yu-Gi-Oh cards with me. He was like, oh, you don't have any? Okay, let me just distribute some, we can share and we can duel. He didn't give me the best cards, but I mean, I wouldn't have given me the best cards either. That said though, recently Tom and I bought some Yu-Gi-Oh decks for shits and giggles, I guess. It's going alright. We got the Yu-Gi-Oh and Kaiba decks. I'm using Yugi's, he's using Kaiba's. Makes for lots of meme times. I think we're pretty even with wins and losses, but in one of the most recent duels we had, I managed to summon both Dark Magicians and both of them were destroyed by trap cards, which was great. And I keep only drawing the Dark Magician's attack cards that destroys all trap cards when I don't have a Dark Magician. Like any Dark Magician, not just the Dark Magician. So it's going okay. I've won a couple matches using primarily only spell and trap cards when I've drawn little to no monsters, or only ridiculously strong ones. The best play I made was sacrificing Summon Skull and then using Call of the Haunted to bring him back, and then wiping Tom's field. Yeah, that's the only play I can really mention though, because I usually make really misinformed decisions or forget that you can't do certain things unless you've done something else. Here's a little Pokemon bit, that little tilde down there. Should have made the counters blue. Oh well, there you go. But yeah, so I had a little Pokemon in there because I think that's on that side. In Unovas? I think, right? I'm pretty sure. If not, well, it looks terrible inside anyway, so it's no big deal. I'm going to make a better one that actually has more realistic dimensions inside. Here's where we come up with the fix. Just like, why do I even attempt the half wall again? I'm making such roundabout ways of thinking maybe I can pull this off. No, it's not happening. Just do what you know will work. Go on. Get a full wall. Yep. No, you're still trying. No, that doesn't work either. That never works. Why did you think it would work? Go on. No, why would a fence work? That's an even worse idea. It's not happening. Yep, get rid of it. Get that wall. That's right. So that's the workaround, which is okay. It's okay. In the other version I'll do that's more to scale inside and looks and is far more usable in The Sims, I will try to make a better upper floor. I was going to make Pacific Log Town, and I probably still will because I want to make a few Pokemon towns, just because why not, I guess. But yeah, I was going to make Pacific Log, and I realised, like, hold on a minute, there's a Pokemon Centre in the middle, and then houses. It's not that exciting when you stop to think about it. I mean, it is exciting, it's just a tiny village on water, like between massive currents and an underwater city that's only accessible underwater from underwater. It's really cool, and you just cross over pieces of wood that just sink into the water when you walk on them. And yet there's like nothing there. I mean, it makes sense. How could you have tons there when it's a town resting on floating logs, to be honest? But yeah, there you go. Still, it's really cool. I spent a lot of time there as a kid just because I thought it looked cool. But I also spent a lot of time... I mean, Pallet Town's like the most recognisable name, I believe. Why wouldn't it be? It's the starting town. And, you know, it's the first and mentioned or shown in the TV show as well, obviously. Red's hometown, Ash's hometown. But it's pretty dull. All starting areas are pretty dull. It's just houses. No Pokemon protag is born in a bustling city or anything like that. But yeah, no, I really like Lava Ridge Town. I think that's one of my favourites. I'm not going to commit myself because I've not thought about it, and I would rather make a fully fledged list and justify the decision to myself first. But yeah, Lava Ridge is pretty cool. That's where you get the why not egg, which is amazing. I think, oh, I'm not sure. I was really surprised when I got that egg and hatched it. I don't know why. I was just really shocked when that first happened. I'm not much of a Pokemon breeder. Tom does a lot of Pokemon breeding. He spent a lot of time doing that. He's got a full Pokedex, actually, which is pretty cool. One of his crowning glory achievements. I don't, because I'm really lazy and also just have poor luck trading and don't want to actually have to communicate with people to trade. But I am very, very slowly working on it, but I'm not as much of a perfectionist as he is, so it's fine. It's fine, whatever. But yeah, in the Pokemon world I think he'd be a breeder, work at a daycare centre. I don't know what I'd be. I'd like to think I'd be a trainer, but I know I'd be a poor excuse of one, to be honest. I'd probably be doing something really menial and boring that doesn't even involve Pokemon, which is really depressing. Because when you think, you know, you see those posts sometimes, and it's like, oh, you can wish for one world to be real, which one would it be? And it's like, the Pokemon world, Middle Earth, Hogwarts, Harry Potter stuff, other things. Narnia and all that, and everybody's like, Pokemon is the go-to because it's kind of familiar. It's the real world, but with more magic, and you can have Pokemon, and it's pretty much unlimited because you can store them in PCs. And I know there'd probably be organisations against that, but you know, whatever, right? Cool. It's cool. Pokemon are great. Oh yeah, those are meant to be. Well, you probably can tell. Maybe, maybe not. They're meant to be Pokeballs with a Great Ball and an attempt at a Friendship Ball thrown in there, but they're just dog toys. Later on, I don't think you see me do it because I did that afterwards, but I raised them up. I put counters in there to be a table. So they're actually higher up and not just resting on the floor. Nurse Joy doesn't just like to grab your Pokeballs and toss them behind her and hope they land in that little weird test tube thing. Because that would be malpractice. So yeah, as you can see, those weird little bits that jut out on the side, they are examination rooms. And in my game they were usable, I think. But they're pretty small and not very well decorated, and just a bit plain. So yeah, I'm gonna make a fully fledged Pokemon Center, like a futuristic one, like prediction for the next game 2 kind of Pokemon Center. But I also want to make a full town, so I guess I'll make a better Pokemon Center in that town. Assuming it has one, which it has to. Because Pokemon centers have to be in towns. I was just adding some stuff to the Pokemon. So meant to be treats and stuff, and berries. They're just like dog treats, but yeah, literally dog food. I throw in like soap bottles and stuff so they can look like super potions and max repels. Hopefully, I don't know if it worked, but an attempt was made. Slightly. See, there's a basket full of things, like potions and all that glorious stuff. Maybe we should make a contest haul. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, hope you liked it. Let me know your favourite town in the comments below. That doesn't sound contrived at all. Anyway, thank you for watching. See you!